Well, we have to count down the worst moments of this week on KVJ. And it's kind of like a little bit of a bonus here, and I'll explain why as we get further up the list. So in a sense, we technically have 6 things today that are kind of making the list.
A little BOGO on the tail end.
Yeah.
Question, did anything from today's program make it on?
No, because we did have a moment on a joke that I think fell a little flat.
Oh, it fell real flat.
Yeah, because I think the list is kind of finalized on Thursday. So if you have a little bit of a flub on a Friday, that is likely going to pop up in the following week's list.
Got ya.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse, the stuttering or really telling a terrible joke and just hearing the silence. Both are
good.
pretty awful.
Both pretty good.
What's worse? I don't know.
Both pretty good. Yeah. Kind of a new category of one. This isn't really a fault, but, it is something interesting. I can't say that I have ever heard another radio show where in the middle of the conversation, one of the hosts gasps in pain and then falls to the floor.
That wasn't from today?
No, well, no. This is from maybe yesterday or the day before. Number 5 for the worst moment of the week. Jaybird gets a terrible hip pain. Watch The Night Watchman this weekend. Did not happen.
He's very sad that you didn't watch The Night Watch.
I get it.
He can't
I don't
believe
blame
it.
you.
Or he
I
could have
was
just had
upset too.
he could have just had a stabbing pain in his bone-on-bone hip.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that?
When's your hip surgery?
February 7th.
So
Get it together,
There was
Bennington.
pain. There was wrong there. I was also talking about the wrong show. It was Night Agent, not Night Watchman. I mean, it was just a whole group, and everybody kind of, had a little contribution in that.
It was layered. It was layered.
It was terrible. It was just terrible radio.
It was a casserole of wrong.
Gosh, it was just awful. That was a
is-
terrible moment.
That would be a clip where a boss would play for you and go, all right, guys, what are we doing
Kevin's getting the name of the show wrong. Jaybird's screaming in the back. He doesn't know when his hip surgery is. What is wrong with you guys? Get it together.
Virginia's talking over everyone. Like she's
It's just
not
terrible.
she's not doing radio right either.
God.
Kevin's making a joke. Virginia's stepping on his punchline.
Totally.
It was just that was in fact that probably maybe should be higher, but it's at number 5.
That's a bad radio clip.
That is
It's
so
a bad
bad.
radio clip.
So bad.
Yeah, that's one of those moments that you just pray that nobody influential heard that one. This is the worst moment of the week, number 4. This right here is a review of Upload.
What?
It's a show called Upload. And
Was I here for this?
We are honestly, every time we give any kind of review of anything, they are some of the worst things we do now. Our reviews are terrible.
I gotta sit down and concentrate. I can't. The review is off the top of the dome. Not very good.
What is Upload again?
Oh, boy.
Okay, you're right.
Don't make me explain.
I'll just go right into the terrible review you gave for moment number 4, worst of the week.
There's a cute show that's pretty good so far, but I hope it doesn't suck. There's 3 seasons. I've brought it up before. It's called Upload. And I'm not good at explaining it, so just Google it and you can see what it's about.
Cool.
Season 3.
That's great.
Have you watched Emilia Perez?
As in your reviews. It's a movie. I can't tell you what it's about. It's a show. I don't know what it's about.
I mean, you heard me quit halfway through the conversation.
Right.
Why did I even bring it up? Bird, we have to do this more. This is a good air check for us.
In a sense, it's really what it is.
Get your house in order.
Worst KVJ moment of the week, number 3. This might be one of my favorites. We're playing a game called Majority Rule, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to come up with the most common answer that the most amount of KVJ members are going to answer. And the topic was huge 80s movie stars, which is Jaybird's wheelhouse. And he loves Patrick Swayze. And I'm like, this is a no-brainer. This is easy. And I said, it's Patrick Swayze. I let it off. And that's not where Jaybird went with this one. Okay, name a famous actor from the 1980s. I went with Patrick Swayze.
Darn it.
I went with Michael J. Fox.
I wrote down C. Thomas Howell.
Thomas Howell.
That's so cool. I panicked. It was the first
terrible
thing. I thought
answer.
the rules of the game
What
was
a
the first
terrible
one.
answer. How did you not write Swayze?
It wasn't the first thing that popped
You
in my
want to try to
How?
match with somebody.
How?
I don't
Who's
look.
writing C. Thomas Howell?
Even C. Thomas Howell wouldn't write C. Thomas Howell.
He was was a big star back in the day. I'm just saying. And I know no one knows what I'm talking about unless you're old like me.
That's
but
why you shouldn't write it down.
Google's. Yeah, gosh, I'm not good at that. A lot of bird in these clips, I'm noticing. A lot of bird. Very bird heavy.
Number 2 for the worst moments of the week. This one is called The Mun You're In. Bert, if you would, wrap us up with your thought for the day.
If you're always racing to the next moment, what happens to the mun that you're in?
The mun you're in?
We can do a quick take 2.
Am I in a mun?
Let's do this again.
It's 2. It's Tuesday. It's not mun.
We're gonna make the worst of the week.
Okay.
I guess I'm drunk. What's going on?
I'll have what he's having.
No.
Okay, and we get to number 1. Like I said, this is a number 1 A and B. So there are 2 here, and there were a couple words I didn't realize were so difficult to pronounce until they came up on the KVJ show this week. Virginia was talking about some procedure that she's doing. What is the abbreviation of that? It's
EMDR.
EMDR. So Virginia was explaining what that was.
It's so funny that you bring up eye because EMDR therapy is eye movement desensitization
What?
and reprocessing. It's hard to say. Let me try that again. Eye movement desensitization.
Okay, one more time. You got it.
It feels good for me.
And what is it? It's eye movement and what?
Desensitization. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
It is so nice to see someone else stutter and struggle
I
with
can't
speaking.
say that word.
I couldn't say testosterone earlier, and I can't say it now.
Some words, bruh.
Yeah, and that leads us to 1A.
Do you feel, in your opinion, when you have the low testosterone? That's hard for me to say.
Testosterone.
I'm just going to say test.
T. Say low T.
Low
T.
T. You have the low T. I struggle with that word.
Who would have known? I guess we all got our words.
Yeah.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.